Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, he didn't deserve to die like this. Beloved husband electrocuted, picking mangoes. It was a regular Saturday morning on Russell Road in Kingston. A mango tree stood heavy with the fruit, and the 55-year-old Linton Cohen was doing what he loved, picking mangoes with his wife in the yard. By mid-morning, he was dead. He eats whole heap of mango, them sweet, and him love mango. His wife, Veronica Daly Cohen, told the news, eyes fixed on the tree. But I just don't know why it had to take his life. Cohen was electrocuted while using a stick with a metal hook to reach mangoes from the tall tree. The stick became entangled in a power line hidden among the branches. He collapsed face first to the ground and was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Now, his wife of 14 years is left piecing together the trauma of that morning, with the bags of mangoes still hanging from the tree and the stick he used still leaning from the rooftop. Daly Cohen shared that their day began as many others had, with a prayer, but something felt different that morning. We had our morning devotion. I heard a strong feeling, the voice of the Lord, saying, "Go and hug your husband and kiss him," she recalled. I went inside and I hugged him and kissed him. He took off his pajamas and put on his yard clothes and shoes and came out to pick mango. We were out here together picking mangoes side by side. A short while later, she stepped inside to prepare chicken deliveries. Then a tragedy struck. My big daughter screamed out, she said. When me run out, me see my husband laying on the floor. She rushed to him, calling his name over and over, but he didn't respond. There was a cut on his forehead and him lay on his face. His clothes burned off, him burn. Her voice trembled as she pointed to the spot beneath the tree. He was lying right there where the stick still there, she said quietly. I can't manage. Every time I look out and I see it, me traumatized. Their young daughter, who witnessed everything, remains deeply affected. She can't steer anymore. Every time she closes her eyes, it replays in her head. Daly Cohen said, I've had to be seeking counseling for her. The tragedy has rippled through the Russell Road community, where Cohen was known as a kind, hard-working man who poured himself into service. This is a people person. He cleans the community. He ministers to people all the time. Daly Cohen said, he does everything, a very helpful person. Daly Cohen believes her husband simply didn't see the wire hidden in the foliage. He didn't see the wire. That's where he had the stick picking the mango, she said, showing the long rod he had fashioned with a rubber end. It's not just metal. There's a rubber on it to pick the mangoes. That's what we always use. Today, the tree remains untouched. Its fruit still dangles above, the stick still leans from the rooftop, and the memory of Cohen's final moments lingers heavy in the yard. I'm afraid of the tree. Every time I come out here and see it, me traumatized, Daly Cohen said. I look and I see where he fell. I haven't picked a single mango since. They had lived in the area for more than 5 years, building a life rooted in love, faith, and the simple pleasures. Picking mangoes together was a routine, one that ended in heartbreak. I never expected it to end like this, she said softly. He was just picking mangoes. He didn't deserve to die like this. Woman charged for theft of homeowners' items. A 24-year-old woman has been charged with larceny following an alleged theft from a house along Jackson Road, Kingston 2 last year. Logistics officer Sarah Brown was reportedly hired to work at the house on December 7 when the incident occurred. Investigators reported that after she left, the homeowner discovered that several items of jewelry, a travel bag, and the clothing were missing. The complainant reported the matter to the police, and following an investigation, Ms. Brown was taken into custody and subsequently charged. She is scheduled to appear in the Kingston at the St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday, June 4. 4 men arrested after gun and ammunition seized in Waterhouse. 4 men were on Monday arrested following the seizure of an illegal firearm and ammunition in Waterhouse, St. Andrew. The Intratec 9 submachine gun had a magazine affixed containing 19 rounds of ammunition. About 9:30 a.m., the Specialized Operations Branch, acting on information, intercepted a vehicle traveling along Del Path Crescent. The vehicle was searched and the firearm and ammunition were found in a shopping bag. The 4 occupants of the vehicle were subsequently taken into custody. Man charged in relation to shooting at a bar in Kingston. A 32-year-old man has been charged in relation to a shooting incident along Mapleview Road, Kingston 11 on Monday, February 26. Nicola Reed, otherwise called Yankee or Nick, has been charged with wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of prohibited ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 6:35 p.m., Reed shot and wounded several people who had been sitting at a bar. The matter was reported to the police and Reed was apprehended during an operation. He was later charged after being questioned in the presence of his attorney. ECJ appointment of political ombudsman shrouded in mystery, says NIA. Principal Director of National Integrity Action, Daniel Archer, says that there remains more questions than answers following statements relating to the appointment of a political ombudsman. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck issued a statement that an individual has been appointed to act as a political ombudsman. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica last year assumed the role of political ombudsman, which raised concerns relating to conflict of interest. Speaking Thursday with the news, Ms. Archer said the matter remains shrouded in mystery.
There does seem to be some semblance of confusion between the minister and the ECJ in the carrying out of the responsibilities. So it may very well be that he's attempting to deflect. What's the purpose of the deflection? He had already hunkered down and said it's not going to change. One is really surprised that he does not know who this individual is. What the position really is it that it's a deflection, and the purpose of the deflection might very well be because they have hunkered down, they know they have a problem, but they don't wish to resolve the problem by etching backwards, so they're moving forward zealously.
Constitutional attorney Dr. Lloyd Barnett believes that the fallout from having the office of the political ombudsman subsumed into the ECJ will only get worse.
What they have done is to really demobilize the political ombudsman's office by putting it in a framework which is completely opposed to the nature of that office's function. And, it was ignored. And now that we are in the election period, the manifestations of the error are becoming more and more obvious. And it's going to get worse.
Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.